Why did Kay want me to go into this dark room?
Because, roller coaster rider, guess what today is?
YouTube is going to monetize me again?
Not yet.
Dang it.
No, we all should say happy birthday to you. Happy
Yay!
birthday to you. Happy birthday, roller coaster rider. Happy birthday to you.
Yes, folks, it's my second year tradition where, because I was born a few days after the first Die Hard, I think it's time we take a look at a Die Hard ripoff. And you can't get much more of a ripoff than when the same studio rips off Die Hard. We're talking about 1996's Speed. Or is that 1994?
I'm not sure. It's an action film.
1994, I apologize.
It actually was better than some of the Die Hard laters.
You mean it's better than Cliffhanger?
It is R-rated.
Which is odd. Well, yeah, I guess there's some more profanity than Waterworld.
Hey, you could watch it in French. That might have been more interesting too.
Rufus!
Comment allez-vous?
Anyway,
Bonsoir.
JJ found this beginning part kind of boring. There's a good 3 minutes of sequences that take place like going down an elevator shaft. Very reminiscent of Die Hard.
Mm-hmm. So the three people in this movie, the three standouts are Sandra Bullock.
No, we're not to the bus yet. We're in the building.
Oh, sorry.
And so Keanu Reeves is one of those people. Is one of the cops or
LAPD.
Yeah, that
I think he's part of SWAT.
Maybe. JJ was wondering, like, why are they getting him? Why don't they get somebody else? Or maybe that was. And this is where Devil rips it off, where it's a bunch of people trapped in an elevator being held by a crazy person.
And who was that crazy person?
Our buddy, the second of 3 movies we're reviewing that involve him as the bad guy this year, Dennis Hopper. Because he was also King Koopa in the Super Mario Brothers movie. He was the one that said, "Monkey!"
Yeah, and he was also in...
a movie that hasn't been released yet.
Right, that we're going to see in October, so...
Mm-hmm.
You going to tell him the name of it?
Nah.
Okay.
So anyway, they... no spoiler alert, even though it's in like the first half hour. Keanu Reeves is able to get everyone out of the elevator, and then he sees a bus, and then he walks to his car, but he gets a call, so now they're ripping off so now it inspires Phone Booth. Again, a good move. Again, a movie I like. And in that, he gets a call where there's a bus, the 2525, and if it goes below 50 miles an hour, the bomb will explode.
Right.
So he's kind of a maniac driving. Understandable.
Well, the bus driver was driving.
No, he's driving in his car to get to the bus.
Oh, to get to the bus, sorry.
You said you saw the movie.
Yes, but you were talking about he was a maniac driving.
Yeah, he was driving
the bus driver
his car.
too. Okay, got it. Okie dokie.
And
settle down.
Oh, something we forgot is that Jeff Daniels is his partner,
right.
And he shot Jeff Daniels non-fatally to save a hostage.
Yep.
So then
he kind of walked with a limp.
Mm-hmm. So and what's funny is that his name was Harry. Or wait, was it Harry or Lloyd?
I don't remember now.
It was one name which I found funny because that was Jim Carrey's name in Dumb and Dumber, which he starred in. And another thing that it influenced later is that the character's name is Jack.
Right.
When in Die Hard 5, that's the name of John McClane's son.
Ah.
Keanu Reeves, much better actor than Jai Courtney.
Okay. Anyway, let's try to stick to the movie on this one.
So anyway, then there's one part which is kind of hilarious. Well, it's after he stops a car, or it's after he stops to try to get the bus driver to open the door, but he doesn't. So then he kind of hijacks a black man's car,
mm-hmm.
which has some funny jokes. what are you doing, man? He says that like 4 or 5 times, and every single time it gets funnier and funnier.
Yeah. It gets more and more involved with the car.
So then...
so they're on the freeway trying to catch the bus.
So he writes bomb on bus, which then he lets go, and so it then it's then on the outside of the bus front window. So then everyone is like, oh! So then Keanu Reeves as I'm just going to say the actors' names.
Jack. Or okay.
Jack. Dad. Jack. Shut up, John. Jack. That's reference to Die Hard 5.
I know.
So then. Whew. So then.
What happens to the nice little black car?
Keanu. It crashes into like gas or something or water.
No, they crashed into the cones. He went off the road, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But Keanu Reeves Jack did get on the bus.
And he's like, look, everyone, there's a bomb on this bus, and if it goes below 50 miles an hour, then the bomb will explode. And during this time, it also inspired Die Hard 4 because it's a case of the villain telling the hero.
Stick to the movie.
I can reference other movies.
Yes, you can, and you will. You're so good at that. Okay, so keep going.
So it has a bit of a gun battle where Keanu Reeves pulls out his gun, says, look, I'm a cop, and then in an effort to defuse the guy, he says, look, I'm going to put down my gun, I'm going to put away my badge.
I'm not a cop anymore.
I'm not a cop. I'm just trying to save you. I'm just trying to save everybody. Because that's another thing. Nobody can get off the bus, otherwise he will just detonate it automatically.
Right. And you forgot what Jack said to the guy. And whatever crime you did, I know that you are really sorry.
So it kind of misfires where not Keanu Reeves, but the bus passenger, he shoots the bus driver.
Yep.
Excuse me. Inadvertently. And so he obviously can't drive anymore, so then Sandra Bullock takes it, and then there's a hilarious part where he says, like, can you drive a bus? And she was like, sure, it's just like a 30-foot long Pinto.
Yeah.
Do you have your license? I did, but it got suspended for speeding.
That's why she was taking the bus.
Yeah, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
So then there is a lot of chase scenes where it's so close that you can feel like the bus is gonna like break or the bus is gonna crash or something. Yeah.
So then the rest of the LAPD SWAT or policemen, they start to get involved and they start to clear, the highway for...
And I do want to say the chase scenes are actually very well shot. Mm. They're very well shot and very well directed.
Oh, yes.
But they crash into so many cars. It probably cost like $1 billion in damages.
Oh, well. Did the movie make any money?
Yeah, it was very successful. Hence, it made a sequel.
Oh, Speed 2. I don't believe...
Cruise Control.
Oh, is that what it was called?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that.
Well, that's what we'll review in a few years, maybe.
Okay.
So then it comes to the point where they must have like closed a length of freeway or something, or the freeway must be under construction or something because there's no cars there, and there's a huge chunk of the road. There's a huge chunk that's missing. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just have to.
There's a huge chunk of the road that's missing. So
how huge?
50 feet at least.
Yep.
So then Keanu's like, floor it, hit it up to 70, 80 miles an hour. We're going to jump it. I think the bus
only goes to like 70, 75. I don't think it goes to 80.
Crank it up to 11. That's a Spinal Tap reference.
Whatever.
So then he they do successfully jump over, and then Keanu sees like an exit for Los Angeles airport. Oh no!
Right,
Wait,
because they couldn't get rid of the
wait.
helicopters.
We need to reverse. We need to rewind a little bit. On the phone, he's telling Dennis Hopper's character that one person needs to get off the bus because he's badly injured and he's losing blood, and he says like, hey, if you show some humanity, it might sweeten the deal, because the reason why he's doing this is he wants what, $4 million.
Mm-hmm. For everybody that's on the bus.
Yeah. So he does allow one person to get off the he does allow that one person to get off the bus. Um and now we can go back to the where we were, where he drives into Los Angeles International Airport.
Right, because he's trying to get rid of the helicopters.
Not really the airport, but the runway.
Yeah, it's still the airport.
Okay, yeah.
He's trying to get rid of the helicopters
because
they're showing everything that's going on. So Dennis Hopper has like 3, 4, however five TVs
and a bonus sixth one. Unless,
right.
Do you want to say that one?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. He also has a camera linked to the inside of the bus, so he's able to like watch everything.
Yep.
And he kind of reveals it himself.
Right, but Jack, that character, he didn't figure it out until he looked at Sandra Bullock's sweatshirt, jacket.
I think she had a tattoo of that, maybe.
No, it was on the back of her jacket.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
So she belonged to Arizona or something.
Arizona University or something?
Yeah.
It's like, wait, that's the Wildcats, right? Yeah.
So he called her a Wildcat, the driver. So then he put them together.
So then they kind of looped the footage.
Yep.
And that's how they were able to get some people off the bus.
They got everybody but Sandra Bullock's character and Jack.
Yeah, and one lady, because she was an idiot.
Yeah, she tried to get off after the bus driver got off, and she kind of got blown up and ran over.
Mm-hmm. And we're not going to say what happens, but that's only 90 minutes of this 2-hour movie, because it kind of sequel baits to rip off Die Hard in a different way, and we're not going to reveal that version.
Okay. Hopefully I'll know what version you're talking about.
So anyway, this is going to be very long, and I'm not going to edit this.
Well, let's not drag it out. So you're at the airport, so you're almost done, actually.
Yeah, and we're not going to say anything more, but
why?
This movie is very, tense, and it has tension. It's fast-paced. Keanu, he's an okay actor. I've never been, thinking, wow, he's the best actor on the planet, but I never thought he was the worst one. Granted, I didn't like 47 Ronin. Wasn't a huge fan of him in The Matrix.
I think the first Matrix was okay.
And, what else was he in that I don't like?
But I think he was okay in this one. This movie has a lot of stunts.
A lot of action.
And I
didn't like him in Day the Earth Stood Still.
And at the end, an unexpected romance.
Well, you kind of knew by the first hour or so.
Right, because he was a good guy.
But it was a very awkward last-minute romance, it felt like.
Yeah, planes, trains, and buses.
Did it rip off Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
No.
I liked this movie.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And it was my second or third time seeing it, so...
And there was some humor, and I was wondering, I wonder why... this movie has such good humor. What is going on? And I looked at it, and I found out that part of the script was punched up by Nerd's favorite writer-director, Joss Wheaton.
Ah.
The guy who did the Buffy, the Avengers, Serenity, Firefly.
Okay.
He did Justice League 2, and you could tell that that one was a lot better than Batman v Superman or Man of Steel.
Since we're not going to reveal the end, we're not going to spoil it, ruin it for you. So you know that we both liked this, so I would recommend it.
Folks, it is R-rated for a few reasons. It does have profanity, and it does have blood.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily show death.
Violence, yeah. Just the one gunshot. That was about it.
Well, there's another one in the last half hour.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Oh, yeah. Well, several in the last half hour, now that I think about it.
Yeah, just keep your head up.
Yeah. I would recommend people see this movie.
Yes. I wouldn't go out and buy it. Maybe Redbox it if you can, or see if it's on Netflix. Or
I actually am thinking I might buy the Blu-ray DVD version of this maybe one day.
Maybe. Probably can get it for a couple bucks.
I've got a few movies that I need to get before this, though. But
okay.
This is way better than Die Hard 5. This is a really good movie, and we'll be back next year with another Die Hard knockoff that's the weirdest Die Hard knockoff that I could find.
Oh boy. Looking forward to that one.
Anyway, we'll see you next time with another movie review, okay?
Okay. Take care now.
What, you didn't get me cake?
It's over there on the table.
It says 2K.
No, it doesn't.
And it's carrot. I'm not a fan of carrot.
Anyway.
Oops, we're still recording. Anyway, bye.
Bye.